So, assisted suicide is um, pretty much when somebody who has a sickness or cancer or some type of disease that can cause death. Um, Assisted suicide is when you pretty much like take pills or you do something to hurry to fasten the process, and you pretty much kill yourself knowing that you're gonna die already. Um, So when somebody pulls the plug, I think it is a form of assisted suicide because technically you are killing them because you're pulling the plug. Obviously, they have a choice to live, but you're helping them, kill themselves because you're pulling the plug for them. But um, I think we are given the right to end life because it is our life. You know, I don't think it's okay to kill somebody else, but or I don't even think it's okay to commit suicide if you're if you're healthy and everything's okay. But I do believe like if um if you're hanging on, you're not really conscious, you're in a coma, you have machines helping you breathe and live. I do think that you do have the right to end your life. Um, so I think like if you're not unsure, or if you're unsure if somebody would want you to pull the plug, then I would say no. But I know that I've had people tell me like if they were hanging on by the last end, they would want me to pull the plug. And I'll like of course that would be hard for me, but I think that it is their choice, it's their life. I mean, I know we aren't the ones who should control how long you live, but if you're suffering and you know you're struggling, then I believe that you do have the right to end it if you can't handle the suffering anymore. um, the right to sky. I think it is okay to withdraw nutrition and hydration, because dying and I wouldn't know, but what it seems like dying can be pretty painful. And after reading about nutrition and hydration, to withdraw that, like it takes away pain and it helps the process. You like dehydrate the tumor, which makes it smaller. So I do believe that it is okay because like I said before, it's your choice. If I was dying and I wanted to hurry the process, then who's to tell me I can't? So I do believe it is good because as I said before, it's your choice, and not only that, you're just trying not to go through as much pain as you have to. Is it okay not to prolong life? As I said before, I do think it is okay because like nobody wants to suffer. I know personally, me, I would rather just pull the plug, or I would rather hurry the process and and, pull the plug, or you know withdraw hydration and nutrition if that was the case. If I was dying, because my belief is I'd rather just go out happy and healthy. I wouldn't want to die a slow, painful death because I believe that that's how people remember you, and I don't want me personally. I wouldn't want somebody to remember me that way. I want them to know that I lived a great life and I didn't suffer. If I'm dying, I would rather have somebody pull the plug than watch me sit in a machine, helping me breathe, or being spoon fed and I can't move, I can't talk, I can't breathe. You're pretty much dead already. Is how I look at it. So I do believe it is your choice. If you don't want to, it should be okay not to post or prolong life if you don't want to, because it's your life and you're in control of it, and nobody should tell you that you have to live longer and you have to suffer, because that's pretty much what you're doing. That's why, like, I believe if you're not sick or nothing's wrong, then you shouldn't commit suicide because you're not suffering. Tech, you know, Technically you're not suffering. You could have issues and why people kill themselves, but I believe when you're dying, that's all it is. You're suffering. You're going through pain. You're watching yourself die. You're watching yourself become weak. You're watching yourself suffer. So, who's to tell you that you can't kill yourself if you're gonna die anyway? Um, have you ever been involved with someone who has made the decision not to sustain life by medical or mechanical means? I have not. I've never had someone on a machine breathing. Have had some people that are sick and have cancer, but they've always, tried to beat it. My dad's been a cancer patient. He passed cancer twice. But I know that, like, my parents, we've talked about it, and me and my brothers have talked about it, and they told me that if like we've all came to the same agreement. If we were all holding on by a machine helping us breathe, or we're in a coma for for life, we've all given each other approval to pull the plug because none of us want to go out that way. We all want to remember each other as somebody who is happy and healthy, and they lived a great full life, and that's how they want to be remembered. My dad has had some serious incidents where he's came close to death, and he didn't like it because he doesn't want to be remembered that way. He doesn't like if he was to be on a machine. Any of my family, we'd want to pull the plug because that's just we don't want to suffer. You're pretty, like as I said earlier, you're pretty much dead if you can't talk and breathe and communicate or do anything. So what's the difference between pulling the plug and you're gonna be this? It's gonna look the same. You're not gonna be moving or talking or breathing. And if you don't want to suffer, then you don't want to suffer. I do believe that it's your choice, it's your life. So.